I'm Greg Middleton, founder of Real Men Seminars. We're a limited liability corporation with the heart and soul of a nonprofit. That means we're more concerned about a social problem. Today I'll make a brief presentation about our company. For your convenience, I'll do it into two 5-minute segments. In part one, I'll cover the mission and purpose for the company. We'll talk about the key issues that we're concerned about, and basically I'll tell you a little about how the company works. In part two, we'll talk about the resources we currently have mounted. We'll explain the potential gain for our clients. We'll place a call out for action for men to do something to improve their current status. And we're seeking partners to join us in dealing with what we perceive to be a huge social crisis. There's a lot to cover, so let's get right into part one. What's in the title? Real Men Seminars. Let's just start with real men. What is a real man? Well, depending on who you ask, you'll probably get a different answer. To my knowledge, there is no one correct answer. This is because we all learn how to become men in so many different ways. We basically learn from the environment that we're raised. If you had poor examples, that would affect you negatively. If you have good examples, that would probably positively affect you. Children are like chameleons. They take on the characteristics of their immediate environment. Since we're raised in so many different environments, then we have so many different varieties of men. In essence, if you had good mentors, it probably would help you become a well-adjusted man. If you had bad influences, that would definitely affect you as a man. Much of what we learned was also influenced by the media. We see men behave in all kind of ways in the news, on television, in movies, in sporting events, and different aspects of our life. So much of what we see does not reflect our own lives. We may not have the talent or the skills or the education to do what we see these men doing. Therefore, we spend a lot of time correcting what we perceive to be real as opposed to what's media driven. We like the seminar approach to dealing with this because this allows us to easily break through some past misconceptions in order to reveal truths. Our mission statement and our motto are pretty much the same. We're about helping men to become better men. We see somewhat of a derailment of the male role over recent years. We think we have a plan to do something about that. Between males, we have so much accumulated wisdom and knowledge and experiences, but we haven't been conditioned to share that with each other. We were taught that admitting to a problem was a sign of weakness. Well, I can tell you, fellas, being ill-prepared or uneducated, unaware, never taught, underexposed, or not privileged, these are not signs of weakness. It's a matter of growing up. We all have to go through the maturation process. However, once we learn these things, wouldn't it be nice to share that with each other? That's what we do at Real Men Seminars. We share our collective wisdom, knowledge, and combined experiences with each other, thereby helping each other to become better men. This is our primary mission. Now let's talk about some of the key issues we cover. We talk a lot about the male gender. We actually define that. Being male comes with specific purpose and intent, one of which being leadership. In recent years, men were automatically considered to be the heads of the household. That is no longer true, because being a leader requires certain skills and talents and abilities. Two men, responsibility, accountability. A real man needs to step up to the plate and do what he needs to do to be responsible, and he don't mind being held accountable for that. Fatherhood is something that males do if they choose to have children. But just because you can sperm a child does not make you a real father. That's a parent. You have to do something to learn how to become an effective parent. Matrimony and commitment. Simply stated, if you're not ready for commitment, don't say I do. Marriage is tough. But once it gets tough, if you're not really committed, you'd walk. Understanding females is a very, very deep subject. It's hard to understand females. They don't understand us and we don't understand them. We talk about that. Men's attitude is very dysfunctional, and we also cover mentoring our children. How the company works. Well, we provide the atmosphere and set the stage. We provide the discussion material on the main topics. We'd like to see you form your own cell groups and pick the meeting site somewhere in your neighborhood that's convenient for you and your group. You learn from listening to the experiences of others, and you apply what you learn from the group at home and in your communities. As a group member, you should also agree to share your wisdom with others. That's why we're there, to share our experiences with each other, and that's the way we learn. We'll talk more about this and the resources on side 2.